Hello, welcome to another episode of This, That, and the Other. And today is St. Patrick's Day, and some of the memories I have of St. Patrick's Day as a kid was you'd have to wear green or you would get pinched. I don't know the whole history of that tradition. I don't know if that was among kids or what the deal was on that. St. Patrick's big Irish holiday. Had an aunt that was born on St. Patrick's Day. My grandmother, my dad's parents, were married on St. Patrick's Day. That was my dad's mother's favorite holiday. And a little background information on St. Patrick. The day is also called Feast of St. Patrick and Patrick's Day. It's observed by Irish people of Irish descent, the Catholic Church, the Anglican Communion, Eastern Orthodox Church, and the Lutheran Church. Yeah, a little stuff I'm going to read from Wikipedia. It's the day of the Festival of Patrick, and is a cultural and religious celebration held on March 17th, the traditional death date of St. Patrick, at AD 385 to 461, the foremost patron saint of Ireland. St. Patrick's Day was made an official Christian feast day in the early 17th century. It observed Anglican Communion, especially Church. Church, and the arrival of Christianity, the heritage and culture of Ireland. Celebrations generally involve public festivals and wearing green attire. Christians also attend church services, and the drinking alcohol are lifted for that. Has encouraged and propagated the holiday's tradition of alcohol consumption. I remember going to bars and St. Patrick's Day and drinking the green beer. St. Patrick's Day is a public holiday in the Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, the Canadian province of Newfoundland and Labrador, and the British overseas territory of Montserrat. It is also widely celebrated by the Irish diaspora around the world, especially in Great Britain, Canada, the United States, Argentina, Australia, and New Zealand. St. Patrick's Day is celebrated in more countries than any other national festival. Modern celebrations have been greatly influenced by those of the Irish diaspora, particularly those that developed in North America in recent years. There has been criticism of St. Patrick's Day celebrations for having been too commercialized and for fostering negative stereotypes of the Irish. Patrick was a 5th century Roman British Christian missionary and bishop in Ireland. Much of what is known about St. Patrick's comes from the Declaration, which was allegedly written by Patrick himself. It is believed that he was born in Roman Britain in the 4th century into a wealthy Romano-British family. His father was a deacon, and his grandfather was a priest in a Christian church. According to the Declaration, at the age of 16, he was kidnapped by Irish raiders and was taken as slave to Gaelic Ireland. It says they spent 6 years there working as a shepherd, and that during this time he found God. The Declaration says that God told Patrick to flee to the coast where a ship would be waiting to take him home. After making his way home, Patrick went on to become a priest. According to tradition, Patrick returned to Ireland to convert the pagan Irish to Christianity. The Declaration says that he spent many years evangelizing in the northern half of Ireland and converted thousands. Patrick's efforts against the Druids were eventually turned into an allegory in which he drove snakes out of Ireland. Ireland never had any snakes. Tradition holds that he died on March 17th and was buried at Downpatrick. Over the following centuries, many legends grew around Patrick that he became Ireland's foremost saint. Today's St. Patrick's Day celebrations have been greatly influenced by those that developed among the Irish diaspora, especially North America. Until the late 20th century, St. Patrick's Day was often a bigger celebration among the diaspora than it was in Ireland. Christians also attend church services, and Lenten restrictions on eating and drinking alcohol are lifted for the day. Perhaps because of this, drinking alcohol, particularly Irish whiskey, beer, or cider, has become an integral part of the celebrations. The St. Patrick's Day custom of drowning the shamrock or wetting the shamrock was historically popular, especially in Ireland. At the end of the celebrations, shamrock is put into the bottom of a cup and is filled with whiskey, beer, and cider. It is then drank as a toast to St. Patrick, to Ireland, or to those present. The shamrock would either be swallowed with a drink or taken out and tossed over the shoulder for good luck. That's pretty interesting. I had heard that in Ireland, when they celebrate St. Patrick's Day, they do not drink green beer like we do, or it's that green, kind of like the color of the shirt I'm wearing right now. And just wanted to give you a little information on the history of St. Patrick's Day and the history of St. Patrick himself. And as always, happy St. Patrick's Day, and thanks for watching.